Jai Shri Narayan.
Jai Shri Narayan.
I want to pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagadguru Sudarshan Acharyaji Maharaj. I want to pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I want to pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi. And I want to pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Narayan. I want to welcome all of you to our satsang at the Sri Narayan Dham in Reservoir Hills. I want to welcome those of you that are watching this discourse on live feed, locally, nationally, and internationally. And I want to welcome those of you that are attending my satsang for the very first time. So then, you can ask the man on the roof to take lunch for 45 minutes. Guru is selfish because he didn't care when the people were singing and the tabla player was doing his rounds. He was exhibiting his part in this satsang because the Guru whacked him twice this morning. So he can't whack the Guru back. He showed me how good he is on the tabla. Alright? So the Guru left the man on the roof to bang during his tabla exhibition because Guru is selfish. So our topic for discussion today is the significance of a Guru. It is a necessary topic because some of you might think I'm dressed for a fashion parade with all these markings. My boys on top, they've been working for me or with me in this building for the past good couple of weeks, and I think today they'll go home thinking I'm a Sangoma. When I walked through, I saw they nearly fall off the roof. So the significance of a Guru was very nicely demonstrated in this hall itself. Okay? I saw you gasping for breath. I saw Aarti in a frenzy, and I saw most of you choking. And you needed a Guru. And Gurus must only have common sense, not even sense. Sense is too high for the Guru. Common means lower. Guru must only have common sense. And the Guru used his common sense and said, lift up the curtains. There's air crossing from window to window, from door to door. And when the Guru removed the veil of ignorance, which was a curtain, then everybody started breathing properly. Is it an absolute truth or not?
Yes.
Everybody was sitting here choking. So the Guru, through common sense, lifted up the curtain, and I can go on talking and discussing for the next few hours. Because Benita Beni wanted a 3-hour power-packed discourse. And nobody is going to suffocate. Okay? So on the start off, this satsang was not supposed to happen today because of construction. Last night, we finished the floors. That is why we are on this side. On Friday, we finished the floors on this side. Yesterday, we finished the floors on that side. And Benita Beni wanted to have a satsang. And when a pure disciple, a loyal disciple, requests from a Guru anything, underline the word anything, the Guru will turn the world around to give that disciple in proportion to the disciple's loyalty, whatever that disciple desires. So it was the desire of Venetabeli today to have a satsang in the midst of the construction of our ashram, in this chaos that you can see around me. And I stopped the other workers, and in respect of a request, we are having this satsang today, and that is why it is a bit chaotic. She wants to give grace to the Supreme Lord that her son, Vedanta, is going to get married at the end of the year. To steal a show a bit, we have the birthday of Natasha, our camera woman, so I don't think those that viewing this discourse will be able to see her unless there is a button on top, Natasha, and the view can come to you. And then you press the button again and then it goes back public, if you want. Right? And Natasha, from the time she joined our satsang, for the first 2 days she was quiet. On the third day, she got a little bit active. Could have been a weight problem. She came in with 1,000 kilos. Now she's around 100. And she was saltless fasting. The body had no salt. She has shown her work to this institution, and I want all of you to remember very, very deeply that when I first met my Guru, Swami Sudarshan Acharyaji Maharaj behind me, I was running a multi-million rand business. In serving him, I became a material beggar. In serving my Guru, I became a material beggar. In serving my Guru, I can sit proud today that as a beggar, we are healing and repairing and finding lost souls, not only here in South Africa. This institution is international. It's in almost every country in the world. And we have a following of 40,000 people per post. So had I been selfish, had I wanted to continue with my plans of building my house in Bellito, you can see I'm a construction man. This entire house has been stripped and brought to this state by me alone and labor. I could have had my house in Bellito 5-6 years ago, longer, I think 8-9 years ago. But when I saw my Guru's mission, I decided my own material progression was meaningless. So from time to time, certain members of certain families will get attached to a Guru. And that attachment to a Guru is not from this lifetime. You cannot get attached to a Guru just in one lifetime. You come onto this, you take your birth on this earth and you meet your Guru again. And when you meet your Guru, you forget everything else in life becomes minuscule. Guru is the only thing in your life. So I have problems. I had problems with Navasan family. I had problem with Yatin's family. I had problems with many families, Dana's families, because families get a shock when some member of a family all of a sudden the organization becomes the focal point of that member. So this is a natural thing in the spiritual world. It is nothing unnatural. Gurus get cursed by family members when those members get attached to gurus. Gurus are the most hated people in the world. If I take your daughter, if I take your son, if I take your brother, if I take your sister, if I take your uncle, if I take your auntie, if I take your husband, if I take your wife, you hate me. Not only me, all the gurus are hated around the world. And this is why you see Narad Muni. You have all heard of Narad Muni. Narad Muni cannot stay in one place. We all know why Narad Muni cannot stay in one place. Because he was cursed by the families of the disciples that he salvaged. And his curse was, you'll never stay in a place. I hope I can stay in Sri Narayan Dham. I'm almost complete on the domestic side. So please, the Guru principle is the third principle. The first principle is the Narayan principle. The second principle is the creative principle. And the third principle is the Guru principle. After the Guru principle evolves the Devi and Devta principle. And humans are number 11. Humans are the 11th principle. The first principle is the Narayan principle. The second principle is the creative principle. The third principle is the Guru principle. Guru is number 3 in terms of God. Guru is number 3 in terms of God. And the Guru-disciple relationship will obviously be number 3 in terms of God. This is a verdict injunction and it can never be changed. This is a verdict injunction, it cannot be changed. You will find a man won't lift up a cup in his house. But when he comes to the ashram, he'll weed the entire garden. You understand? This is called the Guru principle. This is called the Guru principle. So we need to understand this principle very, very clearly. Understanding the principle does not verify or authenticate the principle. The principle is verified, authenticated already by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Understanding the principle is for you only. And this is why you need a Guru. The Guru needs to come through and explain to you various principles that exist in this universe. And the Guru must not only theoretically explain it to you, he must practically show you. The Guru must practically show you that his theoretical discourses are authentic. And we do this timelessly. We do this timelessly. So, for you to breathe peacefully, Shanti, as soon as the curtain was raised, what was the position of your breathing? Peaceful. For you to breathe peacefully, you need a guru in your life. Because this curtain is wrapped around you so tight, and you're looking in the wrong direction to come out of this tangle. Okay? You are going up. Some of you are drilling through this concrete floors. Some of you want to come out through the ceiling. No. You need a guru. And the guru will use common sense through transcendental knowledge and remove this curtain of ignorance so that you can breathe. The guru only wants you to breathe, because in that breath is all the cosmic energy that exists. All the cosmic energy exists in the breath. Everything is in Lord Narayan, and Lord Narayan is in everything. And this cosmic energy, when you take a breath in, it takes care of your entire body. And to supplement that, I have 2 Brahman Gomatas. And the reason I have 2 Brahman Gomatas is that the humps that you see on them is a receptor of the cosmic energy. And it recepts the cosmic energy and it diffuses it through its body, and there is no radiation on this premises. There's no alpha rays here, there's no gamma rays, and there's no beta rays, because the 2 Gomatas neutralizes radiation and gives this atmosphere around us purity. So we are busy in construction. This place is looking absolutely eyesore. But when you close your eyes today, go out, you'll feel absolute divinity, because that divinity is the cosmic energy that comes through the sun, through the Gomata, through the hump on our body, and it diffuses all the negativity and the negative atoms in this atmosphere, and it renders this atmosphere neutral. Then Venita Bheni wants to do a Havan. Venita Bheni wants to do a Havan. The reason we do Havan is when we offer specific ingredients. Again, are you offering ghee? Ghee comes from Goma. And when the ghee through the fire turns into smoke, that smoke strengthens the sun's rays. That smoke, scientifically proven already, that the fire, that the ghee emanating from the fire strengthens the rays of the sun. And if the sun's rays are strong, the process of evaporation is rapid. And if the process of evaporation is rapid, then there is adequate rainfall. So again, the significance of the Gomata, together with the Havan that is being performed, ties in with what we do at the Sri Narayan Dham. So a guru, whenever he gives a discourse, his discourse must be within the parameters of 3 scriptures for the discourse to be bona fide. The 3 scriptures are the Vedas, the Vedanta Sutras, and the Upanishads. Whatever is found in the Bhagavad Gita, whatever is found in the Vedanta Sutra, and whatever is found in the Upanishad is the absolute truth. If you are a follower of Sanatana Dharma, if you are a follower of Sanatana Dharma, then your guru must emanate from an institution that is based on the Bhagavad Gita, all of 108 Upanishads, all of 108 Upanishads and all of the 700 verses in the Bhagavad Gita. God did not ask you to choose one verse or choose one Upanishad and call it a day. There must be no contradiction between the Bhagavad Gita, the Vedanta Sutra and the Upanishads. And if you find a contradiction in these scriptures, then you come and see a Guru. That is why you have a Guru. So the Guru will lift the veil of ignorance and show you that there is absolutely no contradiction in God's scripture, because God is absolute, and in the absolute reality there can be absolutely no contradiction. Whatever contradiction you may find will be your perception of interpreting that part of the scripture and not the scripture itself. And Lord Sri Ramanuj spent 60 years synthesizing, 60 years synthesizing the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita and the Vedanta Sutra. 60 years of his life was spent synthesizing, and that was 880 years ago. And I am using the information that he has provided to give you discourses. So I want to quickly read and consolidate from the Bhagavad Gita itself what we are doing here today, both in terms of my discourse, in terms of Vanita Bheni's Havan that she is doing, and in terms of Natasha, Nurvasan, Yatin Soni, Dana, Niven Bhai. Lots of people have been kicked out and abused by their families. All these people, they would the gurus. Kavita, Sharan Bhai, so the Melissa as well. Alright? I think early on Melissa's family accused me of being a pop-up guru. You all know what's a pop-up guru? Guru came from nowhere, alright? So earlier on the family, but now they're okay. Guru got a daughter married to a handsome boy. Now that question has popped out of their system. Okay, they have evolved. Guru is the same. Guru did not change, just got a daughter married to the most handsome boy in his satsang, the greatest tabla and nal player. Okay? The chairman of our institution locally. He is. Right? He knows everything. Ask him anything, any questions you have. Okay? So that question has popped out of their system. But then Melissa stayed on. She used to travel late at night to come and have supper with the Guru. She used to phone Vasan, and between her and Vasan they should cook up a storm in my little kitchen in Reservoir. I see the kitchen size has not increased. Okay? Despite living in the parents' house and hearing all that bull about the Guru. So many people go through these things. It's a natural thing. The Guru do not get upset about it, because we are all learning. We are all learning. We all need to learn who the Guru is. Some of you see the Guru through different perceptions, but a devotee see the Guru ultimately. A bona fide aspirant see the Guru differently from how general people see the Guru. So for some people the Guru will be an ordinary man dressed up in his dhoti with some stupid marks on his head and forehead and body. For others this will be the greatest sight of the Guru. It all depends from which view you are viewing the Guru. Guru never changes. It is your view that will change. Okay? So I'm going to show you through the scriptures that all of these things are bona fide, authentic, and it comes from God. Nothing comes from the Guru. Nothing comes from the Guru. You think this mic has a capacity to speak? You think this mic can create music? This mic that's in my hand, it can only transmit music that someone else has created, and it can only transmit sound to the creation of others. Similarly, the Guru is not the creator of the Vedas or the instruction from the Vedas. Like this mic, the Guru is only transmitting what God has created. I hid my money in the Bhagavad Gita. You have heard the rest of a lot of money fell from the Bhagavad Gita. You can buy the Sri Ramanuj Gita. And who knows? Who knows? Shalen is smiling. This is the type of discourses Shalen likes to hear. Okay, chapter 4, verse 24 of the Sri Ramanuj Gita Bhasya. Bhasya means commentary. Alright? Verse 24 says, Brahman is the instrument to offer with, Brahman is the oblation. By Brahman alone is the oblation offered into fire of Brahman. Brahman alone is to be reached by him who meditates on him in his words. Alright? So, I coined a phrase 2 years ago. I said, Lord Narayan is in everything, and everything is in Lord Narayan. So this Havan that we're offering today, we will use the mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Because Lord Narayan's very first manifestation is Vasudeva, and Vasudeva is the super soul. Vasudeva is the super soul manifestation of Lord Narayan, which is both the entire universe and also seated in your heart. This information is found in the Mahanarayana Upanishad. And the Mahanarayana Upanishad is one of 108 Upanishads, and this Upanishad was created specifically to identify who Brahman is. Because throughout the 108 Upanishads, the word Brahman is used. Throughout the 108 Upanishads, the word Brahman is used, and the Mahanarayana Upanishad was created specifically to identify who Brahman is. And in the Mahanarayana Upanishad, Lord Narayan is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and creator of all material and spiritual universes. Lord Sri Krishna in this Bhagavad Gita itself, when he is asked to show his divine form, he shows you his Narayana form. He goes into the four-handed form and shows you that he is Lord Narayan in his divine form. Divine means spiritual form. And when Lord Narayan or Lord Sri Krishna took his birth from Vasudeva 5,000 years ago, he was born as Lord Narayan initially. And when his mother asked him to please retract the other two arms, he took the form of Krishna so that he could mix and mingle with the humans in his Krishna form. So these are all scriptural injunctions that I'm giving you that can be found in the scriptures, the Bhagavad Gita, the Vedanta Sutra, and the Upanishads. If you want to know who God is, then you can only find God in the Upanishads. And that is a Vedic injunction corroborated by all the saints and sages that lived on this earth. Okay? So here it is saying, Vanita Beni, that the instruments you using, the ingredients that you are using, the fire that you are using, and the diffused products after it has been sent into the fire is all Lord. It is all Lord Narayan. And using the 8-syllable mantra of Lord Narayan, which is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, it is the second mantra in the Narayan Kavach. It is the second mantra in the Narayan Kavach. Okay? So, the satsang is bona fide. We belong to the Sri Ramanuj Sampradaya. The discourse is bona fide. We discuss scriptural injunctions. Our entire discourse is now being verified by scripture. The Havan is bona fide. We are using a bona fide mantra to pour in oblations into the fire. The Go-matas are bona fide, and everything that will transpire today will be 100% bona fide. This is unlike going to temples and performing certain rituals which are unknown to both the performer, the pandit, and the people that's owning and governing temples. Alright? So it's the blind leading into the darkness. Alright? So these are the categories you must look before you start following anyone. You must make sure that that institution that the person is preaching from, that platform is preaching from, is in the Upanishads. Like this power that you are experiencing today is solar power, is absolute solar power. When we wanted to put solar power into this building, solar power, people told us we'll need 140,000. So we went and took a loan for 140,000 just to get light onto this premises. Then I saw that the solar power people were devious. All 4 race groups were involved, and all 4 were devious. They wanted to make a killing. Because what do we know about solar power? What do we know about solar power, solar energy? Nothing. So the Guru, again, do not have sense, because sense is too high. Guru have common sense. low, common. Alright? So the Guru used his common sense and investigated the solar system, not transcendentally material. Alright? And I finished off buying this system for 32,000. 140,000, 32. Then the guy that was connecting, he said the connection is so intricate that his labor and his connection after I buy the material will be 20,000. My guy did it for free and I gave him 1,000. If anybody wants to solar energy, come and see the Guru. 25% markup. The markup will be the upliftment of the Sri Narayan Dham. And even there you save it. You know? 25% on 32,000 as opposed to 140,000. What a huge saving. You will be making a killing. Okay, and the reason I'm explaining this is just don't go to anybody. Research. You must research your Guru. You must research your Guru. You must research the institution that your Guru is from. When you are satisfied that the Guru is coming from after your research, that the Guru is coming from a background and he can deliver what he is saying, you must catch these older devotees. You must catch these older devotees in the side. You are allowed to gossip in your satsang. Alright? Only in this respect. Ask the old, hey Dana, his Guru said he's very great. Is he great? What did he do for you? How did your life change? Take him on side in a corner. You know side gossips? Alright? Then when you go home, phone 10 people. Hey, I met a Guru. He made me investigate him. After a thorough investigation, I found this Guru to be genuine. Then you start following the Guru. And this is how I want my disciples to follow me. If I have just one who investigated me thoroughly, and he or she is 100% loyal, my birth was meaningful. Okay? And have this whole hall full of people who's just following me for nothing. I don't want you to follow me for nothing. I want you to follow me so that you and I can benefit mutually in this relationship. Not only you benefit or not only me benefit, we both must benefit mutually in this relationship. All of you understand? And mutual benefication does not mean material opulence. It means spiritual opulence. I am a spiritual Guru. If you want material opulence, I say Durga Puja. Thousands and thousands of kilos of flour. So you can make millions of puris. On one of your puris it might just land. On one of your puris it might just land. Alright? This is spiritual self-realization center. It means I teach you who? You. Okay? So just one more verse. I was asked specifically by Paddy Bhai and Venita to make sure that the discourse that I'm rendering today is relevant to what is being done. Okay? So we learned why we're doing the Havan. Verse 34, interpreted differently. Chapter 4, verse 34, interpreted by Sri Ramanuj as follows. Okay, let me go to verse 33 Vanita Bene. I'm just going to bring both you and Paddy Bhai to a sudden realization. Because this is a realization discourse. Paddy Bhai? It's a good realization. Please perform the Havan 100%. Alright? The Guru is behind you. But also realize this. The sacrifice of knowledge is superior to material sacrifices. Sacrifice of knowledge is superior to material sacrifice, O Arjuna. All actions and everything else culminates in knowledge. Daddy, I want you to interpret what I have said.
Everything that you perform, okay, you must have a knowledge about it and it must be unified.
Okay, so
and if you perform it with faith, devotion,
loyalty,
and loyalty.
Love. Okay? Then just above that, if you cannot do a Havan, and if you do a discourse, the discourse is superior than the Havan. Who is saying that? Who is saying that? Lord Shri Krishna. God is talking. And God is saying, knowledge is superior than the sacrifice, and the sacrifice is the Havan. Alright? But we are doing both. We are doing both. If you do both, it is beneficial because you know. Okay? Because lots of people, they do Havan, they take the Havan Samagri, and the highest they go to is Swaha. After Swaha, home. And if you are South Indian, Swaha, O. November is happy. Sukh is unhappy. I'm both. Nobody can tell me anything. Alright? So, above Swaha, there's another reality. Above Swaha, there is another reality, and that reality is knowledge. Because if you sit in your car and just drive, where are you heading? Nowhere. But if you drive and you put a GPS on, and a beautiful voice, that is not a beautiful lady, beautiful voice, in 500 meters take left, in 300 meters take right. It's called the Guru God Positioning System. Alright. Know this by prostration, questioning, and by service. The wise who have realized the truth will instruct you in knowledge. Okay? So first Lord Shri Krishna said the sacrifice of knowledge is superior to material sacrifice. Now he's telling you where you can get this knowledge from. He is saying, know this by prostration. What is prostration? Colonel?
It's more like a demonstration.
Yes, surrender. Surrender is a demonstration. Alright? Questioning and by service. By service. You must serve your Guru. You cannot serve your Guru personally, you serve your Guru's institution. By serving the Guru's institution, you are serving the Guru. And by serving the Guru, you will get knowledge. And let's see what knowledge does. Okay? Verse 35, chapter 4. Knowing which, O Arjuna, you will not fall again into delusion in this way. By that knowledge, you will see all beings without exception in yourself. You will see all beings without exception in yourself, and then in me. And this is why in Sanatana Dharma we say, don't point a finger. Which way? Vasan, which way? Which way you must point the finger? Inward. Why? Because all beings are the same. All beings are the same. If you're pointing to the same, who are you pointing at? To yourself. Logic, common sense, not sense, common sense. So, if all beings are the same, and if you point in at someone else, the same is equal to you are pointing at your. Now see, which side your finger goes? It must only go this side. The son-in-law is shivering next to you. Yeah. Okay. And everything is in me. Lord Sri Krishna says, everyone is the same and everyone is in me. What does that mean? If you point in your finger at someone else, you also point in your finger at God. You also point in your finger at God. Alright? So please take the finger, turn it, Arti Uche, to yourself and say, my son-in-law is a great son-in-law.
Great soul.
Oh, soul-in-law. Okay, so there's a new phrase we coined today, soul-in-law. Alright? Then let's see verse 36. Even if you be the most sinful of all sinners, you will cross over all sins by the boat of knowledge alone. You hear what Lord Sri Krishna is saying? Even if you be the most sinful of all sinners, you will cross over all sins by the boat of knowledge alone. It means the Guru does not judge you when you walk in Yadana. All the bribes you took as a policeman, Guru never worry about all that dana. When both of your hands were behind you on your hips. Alright? Guru? Never. Guru saw your loyalty and the knowledge that the Guru gave you washed away and is continuing to wash away your sins. Okay, I'm happy you know that dana. It's a process. Especially you, many lifetimes, but we'll. Verse 37. For there is no purifier here equal to knowledge. He that is perfected in karma yoga finds this knowledge of his own accord in himself in due time. So this, when I call you to this satsang and I tell you to scrape the wall, you might get married to someone. So scraping the wall led to a marriage. Handsome boy was scraping that corner on a ladder and he told me, Acharyaji, I have to pick Melissa up at 4 o'clock. And I told him, hi, what time you got here? He said at 10. So I said, everyone else is going off at 4, you'll scrape till 6. And he scraped the wall till 6. And his beautiful wife had to take the Uber home. You all remember? Some of you were present. Yeah. So karma yoga, helping the institution. Today his wife is pregnant, he's going to have a handsome young boy. Right? He can't play harmonium. I'm sure the child will be a harmonium player. Can compliment him. He'll play the tabla, the child will be a harmonium player. And his name will be Strini. Ramanuj. 39. He who has faith, who is intent on it, and who has mastered his senses, attains knowledge. Having attained knowledge, he goes soon to supreme peace. And the last one, the ignorant, the faithless, and the doubting one perish. For the doubting one, there is neither this world nor beyond, nor happiness. So those of you that are on the doubting stage, God has spoken. Do not doubt, come back, come up to the next stage, otherwise you will perish. And it's not the Guru that perishes you, you perish yourself. So let's examine all what we have stated. Let's conclude now why you are here today. It is only the Guru that transmits transcendental knowledge. It is only the Guru that transmits transcendental knowledge. As per verse 434, Lord Sri Krishna, God's injunction himself. No one else can transmit transcendental knowledge. Number 2, transcendental knowledge alone. Transcendental knowledge alone diminishes your karma and nothing else. You can do saltless fast, you can fast for 41 days, Hanuman Baba's fast, you can do the Durga Puja, you can be like Esmond. Where's Esmond? He had, I think, 1 million hooks on his body and he was pulling the chariot. Esmond, where are you? Okay, he showed me his photograph. On the hooks were lines. All those things can do nothing for you. Only transcendental knowledge can wipe away your karma, and you can only progress if your karma diminishes and you can escalate in your progression. There is no two ways, alright? That is the only way. And this instruction, look at how many verses Lord Sri Krishna gave the Guru in the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita only has 700 verses. 8 verses were given to the Guru in 700 verses. The reason Lord Sri Krishna used 8 verses out of 700, because without a Guru, without hearing transcendental knowledge from a Guru, you will be rowing a boat but going nowhere. Because the anchor is still on. You can row and row and row, and when you look, you think you went far. You didn't go anywhere. It was the current of the water that went through. You are in the same place. Alright? So take these discourses seriously. I'm giving this discourse not only to you locally, it's going around the world. It will be posted in over 100 groups with 40,000 people who will review this, and there will be not one person who will contradict what I have stated or make a negative comment. Because whatever I'm stating is a scriptural injunction and a verdict, true. Okay, so from here we're going to, you have enough samagri for all our people? Alright? Okay, from here we're going to do the Havan. After the Havan we will do the Aarti. After Aarti we'll do Parikram. 3 times around the Goshala. Please absorb the energy that is contained within the Gosha. The Gomatas are not put there for nothing. Alright? Pranisha, Are the Gomatas put there for nothing? No. Okay. I prescribed, I gave Pranisha a prescription. She can either stay in Reservoir Hospital or do 3 parikramas every morning. She chose to stay in Reservoir Hospital because she wanted to live 5 stars. But it was very painful, so she said, okay, now let me try the Guru's way. It's always over. So she came and she tried the Guru's way. And what happened to your illness? Tell them. We are practical satsang. People must know what has happened to your illness. It's gone. And how many times you went to hospital? How many times you stayed there? After getting married? Few months when you're supposed to be with your husband, where you are? With your mother's favorite soul-in-law, and you in hospital. So yes, Pranisha, you all can take her one side and talk to her, but just don't get her angry. Alright, you all can ask suggestion. All in a joke. So this is how powerful this Goshala is. Do you do anything specific, Pranisha? What you do? She do Om Namo Narayan mantra. She walks 3 rounds. She carries half a kilo or a kilo carrot. She feeds the Gomatas in the morning. They waiting for her. She's waiting for them. Maybe they thinking she's the third Gomata. I don't know. But everything works out mutually. So, you enjoyed the joke? Did you enjoy the joke? Okay, you all understand? Absorb what is in the Goshala. I work hard to give you this. You all don't know how hard I work. Come and stand on the hill. Come stand here one day and see. This place has no food, no water. We got light. We haven't started connecting the stove here. But I'm here from the morning, 7 o'clock, up until 8 o'clock, 6 o'clock. I'm working with the laborers. That is why I said the laborers will be shocked. They don't even know who I am in relation to this building. But I'm doing all of this so that Pranisha can get better. Melissa, now and again she comes and does a parikram, right? Now and again some people come. So please, those of you that are here for the first time, feel it and take it home. It's there, it's for you, Narayan.